Welcome to Dota. The battle begins.
The question is though, Fluke, which draft do you like more? Talon do have this
to stop a lot of the initiation that can come through from Talon. That Fishman needs to be in a really, really good spot, and Pure.
That's rough. Pure's in danger. The spot of the Tombstone is better than the positioning of the Omni Knight as they toss back the Shadow Fiend. Quick early kill. That's a way that you want.
Multiple levels of the side kicks, the rebound, and the dispos is going to force the Shadow Fiend into these bad scenarios. Bottom lane though.
You know, we spoke about it earlier that if you get hooked at Silencer, there's actually nothing you can do. And we get a demonstration of that in the bottom lane as Toby gets dragged back in by 23 Savage. Cuts off situation. Every single time that they have access to Rot Hook plus the telekinesis, Toby is in effect in danger of dying in this bottom lane. And speaking of danger, the top side of the map, Pure, yet again, we mentioned it again, Tombstone is up, they jump him, and they are going to be able to kill him. Heavenly Grace or no, he's going to be able to take out the Tombstone. He's still alive for now, actually, KP though, running him down. One more right click should do the trick. And they do indeed get the kill. Erstwhile down bottom, Q, he's the one in danger now. They went in for Toby, but they weren't able to finish off the kill. So they get bounced back. Nice hook back onto Kataomi with the telekinesis. So it's going to be the Tiny instead that they choose to bring down. Oh, maybe not. Nice toss back. Doesn't save his life, but it does look cute, which sometimes is all that matters. But now Toby's in danger too.
Oh my God.
Both of them have just been brought down in this bottom lane, Fluke. And it's all going south for the side of Entity here. So they should be aware of this on the side of Talon. I doubt they'll be able to leverage this for a kill just yet.
Yeah, kind of interesting that Hyde decided to leave that. Oh, he's gone top. That's why he wanted to leave the power room. Pure.
Yeah. We know what's going to happen here. We've seen this movie, unfortunately. It's a sequel for Pure, though. It's a sequel to a movie that he really doesn't like.
That is playing fast is generally the team that I'm going to be favoring in a lot of these games, and they're doing it perfectly right now. Get the Arcane ring right now. Stormstormer.
Gonna try to leverage it to get a kill onto Makoto as Kataomi gets the Avalanche. They do drop down this Tombstone though. 23 Savage making his first big rotation off the map. And will he be able to find revenge for the dead Makoto is the question. Kataomi, he's gonna be the one left behind as they quickly bring him down. There's still a hook coming back in, so Stormstormer's actually not safe. Barely misses him, but here comes KP as well. Unleashed is at the ready, goes in with the rebound, gets the damage out, and Stormstormer. Woo!
Hero does with max out sidekick. 65 bonus damage on Unleash. Walked in on directly on top of Stormstormer and blew him to pieces. 23 Savage though, might be in a bit of a rough spot.
Yeah, maybe stayed behind a little bit too long here. Didn't really have any support nearby. And they do end up taking him down. Heroes all the way on the other side of the map. Hides in the jungle. They can't help him, but KP and Hyde are still here. And Fishman
the Centaur
regrettably finds himself getting stunned up. The Centaur Conqueror. Looks like the neutral creeps themselves want some more tiebreaker games. As they
he's getting hunted by 23 Savage and Pew. He really hasn't been able to get all too much done. He's the lowest of the cores in the network. He's going to be going for an early 4-star here, so that might enable them in these team fights.
Quickly kill Fishman in the river. Looks like they actually want to try and force a fight here as they drag back Stormstorm, and here comes KP. Rebound, takes him up onto the high ground. He's stuck on the cliff right now and they can't catch him. Yeah, just out of range of the dispos because they can't get onto the high ground. But KP, he's not really gonna leave this alone here. He really wants the Stormstormer kill. Stormstormer coming closer. He has the Unleash. Can't get the dispos though because of the flame break.
For Talon, but it still gives them that little bit of extra time to farm right there. About 300 gold away from the Kodo PKB. They're going to have Aghanim Scepter just on the line here. 23 Savage.
Lane though. They're going to be a toss back onto this Lina. They're just going to try and get her out of trouble. They did drop down the Tombstone. KP shows up as well. Rebound onto this pure Shadow Fiend. They bring him down very, very quickly. Well, I say that, but he gets up the Requiem. The magic damage ran out at the very end, and Fishman's global, or the GA rather, not the global.
Kodo didn't want to have a bar of it either, so now they're just going to set up for Roche. Got a nice little ward here on the high ground as well, so it makes it easy for them to get into it. This is kind of the issue that we've got with this draft team for Entity is like, how do they really contest a Roche fight? They can blink Avalanche toss, but I don't know if you really have anything else that can...
But they smoked. They want to try punish somewhere on the map. I must say, Entity has been doing a pretty good job of dodging a lot of these movements. Where did he get a blink from? How's he farming so quickly?
Is under attack.
Pudge things. Unfortunately for 23 Savage, he blinked in the wrong way. The hook goes wide as well. Could be bad.
Now they know that he has no hook. Coming in, a Stormstormer, lasso it back. There's going to be the global. They want to cover this. Do they have the damage to kill him in time, though, is the question. Pure winds up the Requiem. He's still alive on 23 Savage. Will eventually die. But KP now might look for some kind of counterplay. He rebounded in with the BKB going, but ran out of damage quite quickly. Another rebound goes forward onto Fishman, but he gets forced off out of danger by Toby. Mikoto forced.
Try and bait any of the aggression that came in from, but they wanted to try and change that up. They wanted to see if they can get a little bit more of this gold on the map. KP is in the back lines here, looking to see if he can catch out Stormstormer. Another one of these wards goes in. He still has BKB though.
Global Silence will cover him at the moment. BKB activated by KP. And Stormstormer gets off his own BKB. Lasso back into the waiting hands of Pure, who just right-clicks him down. Oswald on the high ground of the fight. Hyde drops down the tombstone to try and buy time, but unfortunately that time will quickly end. As they kill him, they take down the tombstone. They manage to bring down the Rubik as well.
You know, tournament. A lot of people put a lot of praise onto this entity roster. Oh, 23 Savage is not where you want to be.
He BKBs though, but they don't care about the BKB because Pure has a double damage rune. Just right clicks right through 23 Savage. They also get the catch out onto Q. He's been brought back into an awkward position. One more right click from Pure will finish him off. That is a double kill for the Shadow Fiend, and as is the
job right now, playing around their massive team priorities and not getting punished for when they're off cooldown as well. I think that's the biggest thing here for Entity. Gonna try and fight without global though.
Trying to steal this Roshan. Big flaming.
So much damage.
Yeah, right. Almost dead right now. They need to do something very quickly. They get the jump onto Fishman. That is the best possible target, and he doesn't have buyback. So you can't immediately come back into the fray. Stormstormer, will he try and go for the steal here? Indeed he does, but he doesn't get it. BKB active though as Kataomi gets himself hooked out of the Roshan pit. He's already been brought down with the right clicks on Mikoto. Stormstormer, as his BKB ends, they're running onto him, but Pure Requiems onto the high ground. Fears 3 heroes and ends up blowing up KP. So although they end up losing the Aegis, nonetheless, Entity gets something out of
a lot of these heroes. We've seen Leshrax really abuse Blink Hex in these games, just because if you can outplay a BKB, then it just means you get the insta-kill, and we've seen how important it is just getting one kill in these fights up. Okay.
They try to jump onto KP, but they're going to go back onto Stormstormer. Global Silence does get popped for the fight, but look at the damage coming in from Makoto. Pure, unable to stand his ground, has to back off as the Daedalus is a little bit too strong. As their BKBs have now expired for Entity and they have no more global. They need to be very careful. Stolen Purification as they bring down Q in the river. It's now 4 versus 5. Entity looking like they're thinking about chasing, but it's kind of difficult without the lasso being available. Pure just going to post on the high ground.
And for that here onto Makoto, the Flame Cloak, unobstructed movement and increases her spell damage, so the Flying Lena could potentially be what they need here. There's a lot of BKBs though on Entity, so maybe not. Oh, the Vision Game is so strong.
Kataomi! 2 heroes caught inside the Avalanche. He will end up dying to the right click damage, but unfortunately for the side of the Entity, they've already lost one. Toby popped the Global Silence already, so it's down. Pure coming in onto KP. Flame Break pushes him back as he rebounds away as well. Stormstormer can't catch him, and the Soul Rip will keep him alive. Makoto, they popped his Lincolns, but he does still have the BKB if he wants to turn around with this. Entity can't find more. It's 1-1 on both sides, but both of those heroes have brought back. And now Talon, they feel like they have the positioning in the pit.
He now has his BKB still at the ready. It's a 6-second duration as well. 23 Savage is turning into a bit of a menace. They're just going to drop the tombstone and say, come fight us here, Entity. Oh no, they got Hyde.
Another lasso drag onto this Undying. He buys back into this one. Kataomi won't be able to find the jump just yet. Toby did drop the Global Silence. The Tiny looking for a way in as the BKB was popped on the Pudge. But at the same time, BKB was also utilized on the Batrider. So 1 for 1. Makoto still has access to his. Pops it now, and there's Kataomi getting demolished by this turret leader.
Oh, they're on the Shadow Fiend.
Savage can now jump onto Pure, finding the Dismember, but Shadow Fiend activates the Satanic. He starts right-clicking back to help. He's gonna be all right. They have killed Toby though, and now Fishman getting himself dragged back into the fray, dying to the right clicks of Makoto, who's already found himself a triple kill. And although Pure feels very strong, there's only so much he can do by himself. Toby goes in to try and delay this Roshan siege. They're going to be able to at least kill the Erosh. Hyde does die to the right-click damage of Pure, but Pure needs to watch himself. Hook back in.
Yes, the Aegis.
But 23 has the Aegis. He'll die, but he'll happily sacrifice himself if it means taking Pure down with him. As Stormstormer gets jumped onto by 23 Savage. With the refresh on the Dismember, it's enough to grab the kill on the Batrider.
Fourth and Talon coming out on top. It was 15,000 damage in a single team fight by Makoto, by the way.
Dire's structure.
Now let's go back to live.
go back live. We see them taking a lane of racks through this mid lane. We've all had games where you deal less than 15k damage in total, let alone in a solitary team fight. Mikoto has protection on the high ground. The Lincoln Sphere prevents the lasso. And now they brought down the Batrider. Stormstormer does have buyback. Pure, will he find the Requiem? Indeed he does. Feels back KP, but can't kill him. 23 Savage trying to track down Pure. Has access to the Dismember in a couple of seconds. Will they be able to eat him? Kataomi has tossed back high, but that's not one of the primary targets. Silence has been out. Fishman is dead. And Q jumps forward, drags back Pure. Pure gets eaten alive with his own Requiem as it gets stolen away by this Rubik. He dies, he's gone. And that's going to be another lane of racks taken as well by Talon Esports. This game is feeling like it's about to end here, Fluke. Entity were balanced on the knife edge for so long. But Talon happened to push them off a cliff near the Roshan pit. And now they're going to push them out of this game. Stormstormer getting that lasso, dragging back the punch. They've already killed Toby, who is dead without buyback right now. Tossed back from Kataomi into the fountain, but 23 Savage keeps himself alive. There is going to be the right-click damage from Mikoto. They're not actually going to go for it because GG has already been called. Entity throw in the tower. They realize that Talon are too strong. And the only third win of this Lina pick in the entire damn tournament. Talon Esports make it happen. They grab game one. They keep TI hopes alive. But more importantly,
Welcome to Dota. The battle begins.
23 Savage Pango. It deals with the Eidolons. You've got Shield Crash, you've got the Swashbuckle, you're able to
pick up right now comes from that, but him just having access to Swashbuckle means that Kataomi and Toby can't really threaten him, so just has a pretty free time. But top lane, the threat is actually coming into the Drow Ranger. You mentioned that this lane has aggressive kill potential. They managed to find it in the top lane, bringing down the Drow Ranger. Super
on a CS, but his lane was not supposed to go immaculately. He's playing up against an Undying, he's playing up against a Drow Ranger. They did well enough to be able to get the first blood. And, you know, once he gets to level 6 here on the Dawnbreaker, once they get level 6 on Q, oh, this might be a kill though. God.
Well, a lot easier to get close to level 6 when you're just killing heroes for fun, and they bring down Fishman in the top lane. That's every single time I'm always surprised by how much damage comes out of Starbreaker. I'm like, oh wow, okay. That's a lot.
Especially early levels in the Luminosity as well. Just that free crit damage is pretty strong. Are they going to kill Drow as well?
We'll try to. Gus gets pushed back onto the two heroes. Pure stays alive. Would have been a really awkward position, but does manage to not die. Q in the meantime down bottom, being chased around by Kataomi on this tiny. One more right click should be able to attain the kill.
It's Wraith Pack. They're going to be okay with how he's going. Can he go? Okay, I like this. They need the Spirit Vessel, right? They're playing up against the Dawnbreaker. Oh, 23 Savage, he's dead.
Nice toss back into Toby. But Toby doesn't die because Q comes out of nowhere with the Impale to bring down the Enigma. 23 Savage does eventually get
on the Lina. I like the vision that comes in from Talon as well. You see that Kataomi kind of understands that this bench has been here for a long time, and I try and get the kill here on a Fishman top though.
It's not a try, my friend. It's a successful kill. As they'll be able to pick him up. The tombstone being dropped down, though, might enable Pure to find some revenge, but doesn't have enough damage just yet. They take out the tombstone. Hyde will drop the magic missile. Can he get away from the Drow Rangers? In the trees right now. Cannot afford to get hit by another instance of the frost arrows. And using the vision, will be able to dodge it. Yeah, Mikoto's come in as well. Mikoto making this a turnaround onto Pure and compounding the misery of the Drow as he gets a kill with this.
A rip-roaring start once again. 4.2k net worth on this Lina. He's going to have an early peak of it. I wouldn't hate to see if he just goes for like Boots of Travel early on. He just plays really, really fast around his Pangolier, plays really, really fast around his Nexus Assassin. Gonna go for
for the BKB bots. Yeah, they come in for the Solar Guardian. Toby being looked at. No Black Hole available for a counterplay as he's only level 5. One more hit on the Rolling Thunder should be good enough to put him to rest, but they miss it. Swashbuckle is instead the option. Does cost literally all the mana that 23 Savage has, but it's all okay. Mid lane though, they might find Pure as well. Will the LSA connect? It will not. So you will be able to escape away from this. And the question is, will the same be true for Hyde? And the answer is no. One more right click from Stormstormer should be able to kill him. They give the kill towards Pure as the Magic Stick bought additional time into submission, throws him into the fountain with some right clicks. That's
23 Savage.
not in the script. 23 is gonna die though. One more right click. They don't even need it. Fishman gets it. As we look on the mini map and see them stacking up. It's only 23 Savage here, but he does have Rolling Thunder. Most of his squad does have access to TP, so I wonder if they'll come down and try to mount a defense, and that's indeed what they're gonna do. Going for this. They also go in with the Vendetta, but they have the Sentry Rune, but unfortunately, they have the Rolling Thunder first. Black Hole will be there, cancelled out immediately by the Mixed Assassin's by Carapace as Mikoto comes in on the back end of the fight, already eliminated on the Toby Enigma. Savage is going to go deeper into the fray, bringing down the Shadow Fiend and chasing away Kataomi. Pure showed up, but Pure is getting chased down. They have the Selly Hammer in a moment from KP. No more Gust available for Pure. They don't even need the Selly Hammer as they just go headlong into the Drow, kill him off. Kataomi tried to delay proceedings with the Avalanche on the back end, but that's not going to help. As Entity get full 5-man wiped in the bottom lane. The cooldowns on the side of Talon Esports are much lower, so they can do the exact same team fight again down bottom. It was not a safe place to be for the side of Entity.
Solar Guardian
will come out. And here we go. They're going to start off that same team fight yet again. Solar Guardian does come in, goes onto the Shadow Fiend. They want the Stormstormer kill, and they are going to find it. Rolling Thunder still able to connect onto the Undying on the back end of the fight. Fishman will buy time with the Flesh Golem. He comes in, 23 Savage, needs the Shield Crash to stay alive. The swap from Hyde will ensure that he lives. And the Swashbuckle ends up getting the kill onto Fishman. Further north, here's KP chasing down Mikoto, and Mikoto comes in to finish off Toby. And Kataomi, well, he's a real team player, man. Doesn't want to see it.
So if you just force them to have to play this different kind of style, it's very hard for them to make this work. And Talon are going to try and stick themselves into Roche. They have a nice little ward here up on the high ground.
Yeah, but look at this. Kataomi also just has Blink Dagger. So if there's ever a time to take a fight, it would be now. He goes in, Avalanche onto 2, tosses back the Lina. There's the combo we wanted. Tosses Requiem, but he doesn't die because the save is there from KP with the Solar Guardian. And now suddenly it's Stormstormer who's isolated, Stormstormer who's left behind, and Stormstormer who's killed. The fight isn't over though, because 23 Savage, he finds the draw range on the high ground. There is going to be help though from Entity. Kataomi jumps in, bails out the draw by Q.
It's going to be up in another 8 seconds though. Try and find something here with Q.
Part 2 of this fight is probably going to start soon, as the posturing around the Roshan pit has not ended. They actually get Kataomi with a little bit of damage. He gets caught with the Impale. Man, what range are these spells? Long range Impale, long range Magic Missile. Kataomi is dead now without buyback. Roshan starting to regen up, but Mikoto really wants to go back into this. Toby has dropped down the Midnight Pots and the Malefice. Here comes Salvation thanks to the Solar Guardian. They swap Toby back into the middle of several heroes. Pure not going to be able to help out from afar, even though Stormstormer did drop the Requiem. Mikoto has activated BKB as Pure now chasing down KP, trying to get these slows out of the Frost Arrows, but they know that all of these heroes are so mobile.
Hyde's been playing an immaculate game so far. The swaps in towards the Magic Missiles. Oh, Hyde, he's found Toby.
They found Toby, and they've... Wow! Okay, well, 23 Savage just quickly gets the assassination onto this Enigma. And Toby has just not been allowed to play Dota. They get back in. Kataomi tries to go for the Avalanche, but he gets caught in immediately with the Spy Carapace. Hyde gets some additional stars out as well, but the real damage dealer is Mikoto, who shows up.
Mikoto's damage dealer. They just need to make sure that he's enabled in these team fights and making sure that they're getting the kills. Oh, blink in from Q.
My god, what a player.
They stopped the Requiem.
2-hero Impale.
Oh my god.
Stop the Requiem, get a 2-hero LSA to stop both Requiem and Black Hole. And now Mikoto in full turret mode, demolishing these heroes. Fishman barely escapes before he gets stunned up out of the TP on Entity. Once they get BKBs, do they try and smoke up and force a fight with this Enigma? But they don't have a Lotus Orb or a Lincoln Sphere or anything to block the swap, so it's so hard if you don't have vision of the Vengeful Spirit about what to do. And now, Mixed Assassin sets up yet again. Q comes in with the Blink Star.
No Black Hole!
No Black Hole, cancelled almost immediately. Mikoto just throwing in the right clicks from the low ground, earning himself a double kill. Swap back onto Stormstormer. He's in the midst of all these heroes. Pure is now on the high ground, able to get out some right click damage onto 23 Savage. So there's some positivity in this fight, as Hyde also going to get caught out and right click down. They finally get a small little punch back there. They almost lost Pure. They keep Pure alive. They get a kill on 23 Savage, and they don't lose a fight, and therefore will not be in danger of losing their base. I say that, but top lane, Mikoto. Oh no. Him and Q refuse to stop. The rest of the team has...
Lincolns is going to be the end-all and be-all for them. We'll have to try and pray to Gaben that he does get bashed this time around. Next is going to go in Q. Okay.
Nice little start to the fight to try and bring down Hyde, but there is going to be the initiation from the ultimate from Solar Guardian. Unfortunately, they've already brought down Toby as well. The right-click damage from Makoto, a bit too extreme. Rolling Thunder from 23 Savage, looking for Stormstormer. Stormstormer doesn't have BKB anymore, so has to worry about this. Nice little bash coming in from the 23 Savage, Swashbuckle. But they don't really want to take this fight. Kataomi buys space with the Avalanche.
No way they want to go back.
And man, Makoto's right-click damage literally just kills these heroes in seconds, and without Black Hole available.
KP, after he gets this AC to go in towards the Aghanim Scepter, I think you have Ags. Oh, okay, they found Stormstormer.
Yet again, they caught him out. Swashbuckle will be there with the bash. 23 Savage going in right now, trying to get this kill. Kataomi's the one stuck up, bashed up onto the high ground. Will be forced off down to the low ground, but doesn't really matter. They still find the right place. Makoto now trying to eliminate the Undying, and they go forward with the Solar Guardian. They've already caught out Toby. Stormstormer caught yet again. Does still have BKB. They forced a buyback from Fishman.
So hard for them because Toby is playing this Enigma and he kind of just gets caught out. Oh no, they found the Drought.
Oh god, Pure found himself bashed up by the Swashbuckle again, and Makoto just blinks on him with the BKB. Finishes him off high, finds the swap back onto Stormstormer. He gets himself bashed by 23 Savage. Both the cores are dead of entity, and their double letters will emerge. GG, well played as core. Talon Esports have done it, taken the 2-0, made this a very interesting day of Dota, and created a multi-team tie at the bottom of Group B. This is Talon.